Coming up on the Mountain Bike Chronicles, we head to the ranchstyle contest in Grand Junction, Colorado, the third stop on the FMB World Tour, and catch up with dual sport athlete Alex Prochazka in his hometown of Whistler, BC. All this and more on Mountain Bike Chronicles. Whistler, BC, host to some of the world's best mountain biking in the summer and skiing in the winter, is also home to local Alex Prochazka.
Oh, growing up in Whistler, it's pretty awesome, you know. I definitely take it for granted, I know that.
Growing up in Whistler has allowed Prochazka to specialize in both skiing and mountain biking. He is a member of an elite group to ever compete at a high level in both sports.
You just progress so much faster because it's just right out your door.
With such easy access to nearly 200 kilometers of trails, the legendary Whistler Mountain Bike Park has been Alex's training ground. Prochazka and fellow Whistler local Brandon Semenuk have grown up in the bike park.
The first time I rode in the Whistler Bike Park, it was 98. It was the first year that the bike park opened, and I was 7 years old. I've been riding there since, you know, day one. There's just something about a bike park, you know, you just get so much mileage in with so little effort, and there's such a variety as well.
2,000 kilometers south of Prochazka's backyard in Whistler is Grand Junction, Colorado, where local bike shop owner Matt Bolig has turned his backyard into a mountain biking playground.
It started out as a few small freeride trails, evolved into something quite a bit bigger.
The third competition of the FMB World Tour, the ranchstyle pro slopestyle event, has attracted some big names for a silver level tour stop.
This year I'm just gonna hit the ones I really wanted to do, and you know, the dude that owns the property, he's like totally into mountain biking, so I was like, might as well go and support like a rider that's all about building and mountain biking.
Yeah, Paul's here. He actually called me up 3 days ago, like, oh, you going to ranchstyle? I'm like, yeah, I got my hotel and flight. He's like, oh, I think I might go to that. Kind of glad he's here, so we get to hang out and ride together. Whenever we ride together, it's always pretty fun. So.
The course, I mean, it's in between like a dirt jump / slopestyle. I mean, a lot of those features are up there are actually hand built. A lot of man hours with a lot of blisters on their hands. They're definitely putting their time in to make everything the best for us.
This year, Prochazka had the chance to compete in the Red Bull Cold Rush, a progressive backcountry skiing contest, which was a unique opportunity for the pro mountain bike athlete.
In the winter I just skied just for fun and shot with my buddies. A couple of them are pro skiers, so I just decided to come out here with Sean and, you know, test my luck.
I think everything he did in this contest was jaw-dropping, absolute jaw-dropping.
Yeah, I mean, all backflip on a bike, you know, can't be much harder on skis. That's the way I was looking at it.
Perfecting the move at home in the Whistler foam pit. In 2007, Prochazka became the youngest rider to land a double backflip in competition on a mountain bike. At the 2011 Cold Rush, he took it to the slopes.
I had to see his sight, and he said, you know what? I got nothing to lose. I'm going there for fun. That's exactly what he did.
And you go twice as big on your skis, but they're powder. Yeah, in the summer I'm a professional mountain biker. It's kind of the same deal, steeps and everything, you know, scoping stuff out. You gotta scope your line, you know, you gotta scope something different than somebody else. You know, and you gotta use your fluidity, and you gotta go big and tricks, and it's all the same stuff. You kind of just go out there and give it my all, and it doesn't really matter what the outcome is, but Rampage is a bit different.
At the Red Bull Rampage, Prochazka competed in the Big Mountain Freeride event for the first time last year.
Rampage is a bit more intense. Plus, you know, that's my sport too, you know, I got something to lose. I'm out there to prove something.
Qualifying second overall crashed at the end of his final run and ended up in 11th place. A result he knows is just the beginning. Will we ever see Sean Pettit compete at Rampage?
Yeah, I'll invite him out there, see how he does. Yeah, I've seen him bike before.
Guy's nuts.
Ranch Style is a 3-day festival that started from the ground up. With amateur and pro events, it's perfect for anyone.
You know, this thing started out as backyard jump jam barbecue 4 years ago. That's me running the grill, you know, everything from top to bottom, and it's just progressed year after year to what it is today. We just still keep the same feeling, though. It's really a rider event. It's for the riders. It's all about just getting together, having a great time, and doing what we all love to do.
To be honest with you, I didn't come here because of FMB. It's really laid back, and it's definitely, this contest is definitely for the riders rather than anybody else. Cool vibe, like, it's super chill, like, we get to choose when we want to ride, you know, like, if it's windy, like, we have the first option to, like, say, okay, we don't want to ride, and dude, it's like, you can ride tomorrow, you can ride this evening, it's like, it's no problem.
The mountain bike community in Grand Junction is a large and passionate one.
We started Grassroots Cycles 3 years ago, and that was the first year we had Ranch Style, about 2 months after we opened, and you know, just a bunch of people pulling together, doing what we love to do, which is ride bikes. And you know, it's not about all the necessarily the hype. It's about digging the dirt and riding. You know, it's a labor of love. We love to dig, we love to ride, and that's what it's all about. Is just getting people together to do our thing.
Under the wheelchair. The pedal, what's he got, Nick? There with those one-footed tables. Oh, we've got man style going on.
After a day of feeling out the course, the riders start their qualifying runs for the slopestyle event. 21-year-old Tyler McCall won Best Trick here in 2009. He started this FMB season with a 2nd place in the Best Trick contest in Vienna.
I came out 2 years ago and it was pretty rad, but this year it's like had a big turnout to be part of FMB. There's a lot of really good riders here and it was cool. Like they built the course a lot better and bigger, and it was like lots of options and stuff, so it was a good time. The level was pretty high. Like a lot of people came that I didn't think were gonna come. I think it's because it's part of FMB, so people are trying to get them points.
The race for the FMB overall title is tighter than ever, and riders are trying to compete in as many events as possible.
Qualification just ended, and now we're just figuring out who made the finals. Top 12 is going to advance. Hopefully see myself on the podium sometime.
With the judges deliberating and the finals about to start, we head back to Whistler to join Prochazka as he rides some trails just outside the Whistler Mountain Bike Park.
I think I'm a better mountain biker because of skiing, because I don't mountain bike all year and I don't get burnt out.
With so many options in close vicinity, Whistler is the perfect breeding ground for top-level athletes.
The only crossover biking and skiing I see is just, you know, having fun in a way, you know, it just keeps me stoked and through the winter time, you know, and come back to springtime and going big on your bike, you know, right as you're getting over skiing, and just kind of, you know, you're keeping your fire going the whole time.
Prochazka plans on attending both Rampage and Cold Rush next year, hoping for continued success in both sports. The top 12 riders of the day have been selected, and it's time for them to show what they've got. Fans were treated to some fancy bike work all weekend, but the finals were beyond anything ever seen at Ranch Style before. Paul Basagodia pulled some big tricks, but unfortunately did not impress the judges.
My first run was pretty dialed, and then ended up getting a flat tire after the last drop. One of the reasons why I came out this week as well, just get some time on the bike, but it's definitely worth it.
The big-name pros started the fire early, but young gun Anthony Messer was the fuel that blew up the contest.
Little Anthony, that kid's awesome. He's 15, I don't even know how he can walk. I see him 3 in drops, I don't even know how he knows how to do that yet.
The 15-year-old rookie from British Columbia took the lead as the comp was winding down.
So many new tricks were thrown and like kind of making me a little worried for a second.
Greg Watts dropped in and spoiled Messer's happy ending, hucking huge backflips on and off anything in his way, toppling Messer and taking first place at the 2011 Ranch Style.
I think it's a pretty solid event. Run pretty well. I think it'll just keep getting better year after year, so see what happens next year.
With the third stop on the tour complete, Greg Watts has climbed into second place. Sam Pilgrim has an 80-point lead to take first place, while Paul Basagodia will need to step up his game in the coming events to crack the top standings. In the next episode of Mountain Bike Chronicles, we take a close look at the safety that goes into the sport. And we head to Winterberg, Germany to follow Martin Soderstrom at the SKS Dirtmaster Slopestyle. All this and more coming up in Mountain Bike Chronicles.